Anywho, so how am I doing since I left corporate, which was Friday? Y'all, I feel free as a bird. And guess where I'm on my way to? Pick my baby up. She don't even know it. So I'm on the way to pick her up from school. And I'm really excited that I could pick my baby up from school. So I just been getting everything settled and everything like, should I go this way? I think you should. I'm just getting everything settled and everything like put away, like just to make sure like all my bills and everything is good, and um contacting my broker, putting in new orders for like my business cards. um I was able to show a good friend of mine, she's actually in the market looking for a house, so I was able to open up a door for her and show her a home, and it felt so good to have my baby in the back seat. Like I'm just cruising, looking at this beautiful, beautiful blue sky. And I'm like, this feels so good to have. Like, this is something that I really enjoy doing. And so, of course, with real estate, you have to build your clientele. So I'm gonna be grinding, y'all. I'm gonna be grinding, like, and I'm gonna also do little other type of things, just to make sure that the money is, flowing. But one thing, thank you. I feel like y'all don't even like. I woke up. I was like, I'm so happy I don't have to do that budget comparison. I'm so happy I don't have to do the weekly report. I'm so happy I don't have to do the month end. I'm so happy I don't have to do I'm just spending quality time with my daughter. Then I was saying to myself, like, I want to make her really home good meals. I mean, my baby's very picky with like what she eats, but I can't. She has to eat a regular meal other than what she has been eating or what she likes to eat. And my mother's been doing a great job, but my daughter, she's just very like she's like her dad. It was certain things that he didn't eat and he wouldn't touch. Or she's just real like, no. I'm like, you gotta eat vegetables. It's too sour. So I was on the phone with my grandmother, and I remember the soup that she made, and simply tore that up. So I went to the grocery store today, and I picked out all of the fixings and all of the stuff. So I'm like meal prepping. Like it feels so good just to know I'm gonna be able to just cook for my baby. Like I'm not getting home 9, 10 o'clock at night, 8:30 at night, and she's already getting ready for school. Um, and it feels so good now. I'm about to pop up, and she don't even know because she already said, "Mommy, I want you to drop me off and pick me up." She don't even know that mommy coming to pick her up. So I know for a fact that this was nothing but the Lord, because I have been praying. Me and my daughter have been praying. I've been seeking God on I just been seeking God on like transferring from I've been trying to have time with my daughter. Asked you, could you come back? Would you? And I was like, nope, nope. A lot of people, they weren't taking them. And the reason why is because they were like, I gotta live my life. Y'all not gonna have me working like this. Like, to be having heart palpitations. And he declined the position, although he wanted it. And he said, and Mona, you need to take time for yourself, and you need to leave every day before 6 o'clock. And that was just a wake up call. Like it is absolutely gorgeous out here. I love waking out of my bed and just going downstairs to my office. So I love that. I like the simple fact that I could pick my baby up from school. I don't ever want to give another corporation any of my hours of my life ever again. It's not worth it, because one thing that was said to me when they terminated me is that your last paycheck will be this day. We'll add all your PTO in it, and you will You owe your benefits. Now, peep this. I have been from so that's dental. I cannot believe I'm out here like this. Excuse me, y'all. I know it don't matter. But that's dental and that's also dental and medical. And I've been paying $500 a month. When you really calculate it for the last 15 months, y'all been taking 500 and something odd dollars of just insurance. And then I am told less than 30 days you will no longer have it. I'm like, for all that, I could have pocketed my $500 because I wasn't using it. I mean, I did do my dental, but I also have my own dental insurance. And I keep my own dental insurance that I pay separately because I needed a lot of work done. Plus, just in case the job don't work, then you got your own dental. So of course, I'm setting stuff up where my daughter is able to have medical and stuff. I'm not even tripping about me because, like I said, I already got my own dental. But I'm setting things up where she's able to have that until I start bringing in this paper because I'm telling you right now, I'm like supersonic out this thing. I'm collecting these coins. So one thing I would say is I'm so happy I'm not in the whole of that office, like sitting in there. It feels absolutely it feels good. I love it. I love the simple fact that I am working for myself. I'm working for my own self. I'm gonna make my own hours. Guess what, y'all? I get to get back in the gym. I get to go jogging again. I'm trying to tell you, everything that the enemy took from me, God is restoring. I'm about to get back down to my regular weight. I'm about to be spending that quality time with my family, calling my nana, what you doing? I'm on my way. Like, I'm excited and I'm thinking, like, for real, them people at their job, you I'm I just, you learn, you live, you learn. Like I said, one thing I can actually say that I learned from that is that I learned that I know my value. Okay. I know what I bring to the table, and I can guarantee you stuff ain't going the way it should be right now and over there. I know my value. And I realized that I'll never give it to somebody ever again like that. I'll never let somebody work me, overwork me, and not pay me, then be all in my face. Like, I'll never do that ever again. And I get it. The Bible says a man that don't work, you don't eat, but that you can work and do things that you love to do. You see what I'm saying? And you can make even more than what you were doing when you were there. So it was literally a time of me letting go of it and not being afraid, because the whole time that I was working overtime was because I was afraid. I was afraid if this doesn't get done, I can get rolled up, and if that task isn't done, they can try to do this. But at the end of the day, when God is ready to move you, when God is ready to move you, he will have Pharaoh chase you out of Egypt to get you where you need to be. And I'm not like them Israelites. I mean, the Israelites that came out of Egyptian, like the first generation that did not trust God, and then they was around for 40 years wandering in the wilderness. And then Joshua, who was it, Joshua, had to was the second one that came up after Moses that actually led them to the promised land. I'm trusting in God. I'm like, Father, you know my situation, and I depend on you more than anyone. So I already know I'm gonna be good. I'm a good person, like, I know I'm gonna be good, and I had already prayed, and God had already showed me. So even with her dental, that's another thing too. I'm gonna have to call her dental office and be like, "Hey, can y'all squeeze me in?" But because these benefits is gonna be here into the 30th. Although she another benefit is about to pick up. But anyway, yeah, I was thinking like when I was looking at the clothes in my closet, I get to wear you. I don't have to just wear black, blue, gray. I don't have to, man, nothing like somebody telling you how to dress. hmm You got to have your name badge on. hmm And granted, I was the supervisor, so the environment was cool and chill and fun. But the workload was ridiculous, and my staff, they would be like, "All right, see you later, Mona." I'm like, "Bye, you guys." Even my assistant, you supposed to be assisting me. She'd give you the deuces in a heartbeat, and I'm still up there working and crying and praying and asking God. I never want to do that ever again. Not, a management company couldn't even call me and be like, "Could you please?" Nope, no, nope. I don't want to deal with nobody rent, with nobody ledger. Yeah, I have people, like I said in the last video, they were always late, and they knew what time it was. They knew that late fee was coming. Man, can you waive my late fee? Huh? How am I going? How you paid on the 20th? When it's due by the 5th, you got a grace period into the 5th. How can I waive that? I'm just saying my car got towed, but the sign says you're not supposed to be right there, sir. Y'all not gonna waive it? Then they want to write a bad review on you. See, I love it now that I'm not a property manager, because now I can start talking about how nasty people are. And I've had people, I would tell them, no worries, I'm gonna deal with this now, and I'll follow up with you at by the end of the business day. And this one guy, he had a baby in his arms, and we gave the baby ice mail, literally probably an hour, saying that the office was giving. See, he didn't think that it was coming to me. He thought it was going to go to someone else, but he lied. That's what I was dealing with. I was dealing with a bunch of pathological liars. Like, I'm an honest person. If somebody's nice to me and somebody's working with me, I'm not going to go behind your back and write nasty reviews. So one thing that I've learned about, especially maybe it's just that demographic with that particular property. But then now I can't even say that, because the last property, they were A class, but bougie. Like, there was one guy, I remember he was staring me down, and he wrote something on me that was totally not true. So I'm glad that I'm not a property manager, so I could be the one to say some of y'all trifling, and you're liars too. You look at now, that wasn't the reason why I was let go. So the reason why my job decided to let me go, which, like I said, was a blessing from God, because it's better for you to be let go than for you to quit. Because my game more than when they off 2 days and was like, I'm out. And I was literally this close to just quitting, because I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me. I'm working my behind off with not a lot of I have two missing when it's time for them to do the flips on those renovate. They're gonna find out. And honestly, like I said, don't call my phone. Don't even call my, it's not being rude. I just don't. Well, she said she was a believer. Say all this about God, but then out of just telling her it's me, like, we it, then she just became so nasty. She just started doing this thing where she teaming up with people talking about me. And I'm like, one time, so grown, I'm like, I had to Susie, I don't think you realize you just mugged me up and down in my face. You didn't even do it in secret. And she started laughing. I said, y'all on some mean girl type of stuff. How could y'all be on some mean girl type of stuff and I'm y'all supervisor? I've learned a lot with people. And I remember before I hired this person, because I was like, no, I want her, I want her. My old supervisor said, nah, you got to understand, your assistant is going to make or break you. And if your assistant, she was absolutely right about that. She was so lazy. She called out all the time. She didn't finish any of her tasks. It was to the point she got too relaxed. And like, I'm a Christian. I believe in Jesus, man. I can't be dogging people. Like my conscience just don't. I don't do that mean type. It's like I don't do like that mean. If you gotta get written up, you gotta get written up. But I don't do that mean type of person type. Like it just don't fit good with me. I don't go in. I like a good vibe where everybody laughing and we, getting our work done. I just don't do it. But I realized with this particular person, she cried about how other managers treated her in the past. But boy, did she switch. And it was like I was looking at Jesus and saying bad things about me. Not being like it got to the point where my mind, I was just like, and then Lord, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stand still. And so when my supervisor had came in, my assistant was off like she usually is. Manager had came in with the little laptop. I said, oh, not unbothered. I start taking the keys. Wait a minute, hold on. She got to hit play. I start taking the keys off the keychain and the keys off the ring. And I'm like, you can have it because I need some rest. And to be honest with you, it ain't this is not worth it. Nobody in their rabbit mind, unless you just don't have no life. I mean, think about it. I have a 7-year-old baby. I have a child. I have a mother. I don't have no man. I don't have no man. If you got a man, a husband, and children, that is not the daggone job for you. And my supervisor, she thinks she busy now. Oh, you ain't seen nothing. And you got kids, a husband, and all of that. Girl, kiss your life goodbye. I remember the last guy said that before he quit. When another manager got hired at the other property, she quit. But I remember before she got hired, he said, he said, she will miss her life. Daggone fence done collapse. You trying to your mind, but I got this report. I got that report. I got this. I got that. But no, man, nah. The reason why your operation is not running the way it is because they gave too much on their properties with tedious paperwork that you didn't realize that managers still have to do their job. So one of the reasons why I was let go, which again, this was nothing but the Lord, and I'm grateful for it. I am grateful for it because if you was gonna let me go, I was gonna quit on y'all. And when I walked away and I took 2 days off, because my supervisor even came back and tried to give me a verbal write up talking about, well, you know, I thought you were going to come back. You thought I was going to come back. I told you I'm taking off and I won't be in on Friday. But I thought you were going to come back. And then you approved my sick leave. She said you whipped out your camera. And I did. I whipped out not my camera. I whipped out my phone in front of her after she told me she was gonna write me up. And I went ahead and put in sick leave right then and there and the next day. And I said, I need me a break. I need me a mental. I need me a woosah moment because I know y'all not writing me up and y'all not paying me no overtime. So I just walked out. And then that day that I left early, I picked my baby up from school. And the next day I took my realtor exam and I passed it. I passed it. I needed to clear my mind because that place will make you go as managers, it'll make you go postal because it's too many. You can't possibly think that the workload that you give your managers that they're going to be able to do that and deal with the renovations and collections of the property and the daily operations. So when we first took over the property in December, I had a maintenance supervisor. And see, when you have a maintenance supervisor and a manager that oversees everything, that maintenance supervisor makes sure that your septic tank, I didn't even know we had a septic tank, but they make sure your septic tanks, it makes sure your elevators, like all your equipment is good. His job is to make sure that everything is in compliance and there's maintenance guys under him. He left back in August or September. I want to say, when did he leave? I think he left back in August. So I'm sitting up here now and I'm dealing with, I don't have no maintenance tech. And then the maintenance guy that I put on because I worked for him years ago, they took him from my site and put him somewhere else because they knew he was so good. But what about my maintenance supervisor? Oh, you guys can deal with it. No, you had me doing it. And so what happened was is that 7 days be 7 days prior, not prior, within 7 days, I was told that there was an inspection that was going to be done from the owners, like the financing or something. And one thing they wanted was the elevator's certificate. I'm not even thinking about the elevator certificate. So I'm like, okay, let me just make sure this done is this, that. They want the model. They want, you got to understand, it was just nuts, like OC, like crazy. So anyway, by the time I got the elevator certificate and I looked on the date said the elevator certificate expired September 2022. I got 4 elevators in this building, and I had no idea that the elevator certificate expired. So, make a long story short, now I'm trying to call down to the county and let them know under new management, and I'm trying to get these certificates done. So they had to come out and do an inspection. I'm thinking everything's gonna be good when y'all took over the building. Then y'all do the inspection. Most of the time, you do an inspection when you take over a building before they finance it. Lo and behold, they came out. My freight elevator failed, so they shut it down. And I'm like, oh, come on. So then I got residents moving in through the main elevator. Everything still was okay. I'm calling out the so-called people that we pay to service it. They like slow as molasses. But anywho, come to find out we didn't pass. I thought we only didn't pass one, but the guy actually failed all of them. But the other stuff was just tedious stuff. So my supervisor, I already told her that. What she had me to do was she had me to write an email to the client to let them know. And evidently the client was so upset and this, that, and the third, and that was the reason why they decided to terminate me. Ask me if I care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I'm just like y'all in y'all elevators and y'all wanted me to send out notices. You about to do the driveways. I got to send out notices when it was so much that when I look back at it, it wasn't worth it. It was cool to have a team under me, but not even my old. Like when I spoke to my past manager from a different property, she said she'll never go back into property management. She's on the commercial side of things. Now that's something I would really like to do is to sell like a $50 million building. That'll really set me for a whole year. Stuff like that when you can sell something and walk away. I ain't got to deal with. I just moved in here and my refrigerator's not working, and here I am. I'm manager, maintenance is gone. Let me see how to work the refrigerator. I mean, after hours, I was talking to residents through my Google phone because they demand to speak to somebody right away. And I went above and beyond, but again, the most hurtful part about it, not getting fired, because honestly, that's a break for me. That's like, I needed that. I really needed, you know, for, I needed that. And I've been praying and asking God for a way out of it because there is no way out of that. Even when you say, when you try to, I was telling my supervisor, once I get my leasing consultant, that's another thing too. You took my leasing consultant that I trained, and she was vicious. She was, if the apartment was going for like $1,400, when the new price came out at 24 to 2,500, she got them deals. But then when you hired a new asset manager, y'all dropped the price. And when y'all dropped those prices down, you had a different clientele came in, which is cool because it's cheap. But then now the owners is asking you, why the heck are you dropping prices when we were making deals back in December before you became the asset manager? Now it's all on y'all, and now y'all want to input the manager. But you're gonna find out just what engine was running that entire place. And then you're gonna have to train people from whatever, but it's gonna be a lot of it. You think it's just that easy. It's not. It's not, because if I had to put in overtime and days off. And the name of the game is to work smart, not hard. But with this type of stuff that they tell you to do, you got to post on social media 3 times throughout the day, 3 times on associate whatever on Facebook. You gotta do resident events twice a month, whether it's breakfast on the go or wine down Friday. I gotta pick up the bottles and order the stuff, and then stay there from 6 to 8, or sometimes 6 to 9 p.m. so the residents can have a good time. Trying to hope you get a good review, because it's always one of them hating residents that smile up in your face and they go and give you a bad review. And then, it's like, it was just report after report after report. And then they would be like, we're doing something new. And I'm like, what are you doing? We're going to add this report in. You're going to add that report in. Okay. And my supervisor, I started noticing she on 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. She would be like, I've been up since 5. I don't care. I don't care if you've been up since 2 o'clock in the morning. That's your choice. Welcome to the, well, you all deal with that. I'm never doing that ever again. Never doing it. Never giving my hard earned money to corporate anymore. I'm never going to waste my precious time, and I'm never doing it again. So how has it been? It's like going through a beating, and then you get out of it and you realize, man, ain't nobody gonna hit me no more. You know what I'm saying? That's how it feels. It's like going through a hell ride and you finally land in heaven. That's how it feels. You know, and it was not worth it. It was times, y'all, was so crazy. Here I am. I'm the property manager. And I would literally look at, because my team sometimes would say their time is messed up. I'll look at their checks and I'll be like, because they get overtime and I can't. I'm like, dang, gone. It is check more than basically more than mine. And I'm the manager. They leaving at 5 o'clock, and I'm sitting up here. It didn't make sense. It did not make sense, and you couldn't make it make sense, because at the end of the day, it was me. I allowed people to take advantage because I wanted so badly to hold on to something. I wanted so badly to just, make sure that the check come in. And let me tell you how the check came in, all right, but it went straight to a bill. And then I'm sitting up here looking to do, y'all was with me on the thing. I'm sitting up here doing Amazon Prime on my days off. It was not cutting the cord. It was like, nah. So I feel I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I don't have no makeup on, so please excuse my look, my shaggy look, but it feels great. Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely good when I can call my office. When I dial my number and it says my office and I'm speaking to my broker on the phone. Like, okay, so what's going on with these business cards? I gotta, it feels absolutely wonderful just being able to work for yourself. And I'm looking for other things out there too to just maximize my income, but doing it in a fun way where the money is just coming in and I'm just living my life. Like, I'll never do that ever again. And some people, we tend to try to go back to the things that we know just because we're so comfortable with it. I'll never do that ever again. Mm-mm. I was telling my mother, even the other property I worked at, there was some issues, but you know how they say, be careful what you complain about, because you may go to the next thing and it be way worse than when you came from, and you realize, man, we had a good day. You know it's bad when the last maintenance supervisor was like, Ramona, you know we are supposed to get a bonus. Bonuses are supposed to be $4,000, $5,000, not $600, not $600. And I'm like, you're right. He said, I'm trying to tell you, there are places that are hiring. Like, he was like, get out of here now. Um, but yeah, but I absolutely love it. I'm not gonna even. I like good rest, and I like just knowing like I'm not doing anything wrong. Most business owners, entrepreneurs, CEOs, they had to start from doing it themselves, and they had to get off of it. Some people are afraid because I got bills. I got a car note, car insurance. I got bills just like everybody else. But I need more. And I'm not talking about I need more um income. I'm not talking about giving people more hours. I don't have enough. I can't give you no more of my hours. I can't. So I like the fact that I'm about to pick my baby up. She gonna be safe. So like right now, I'm actually in line with all of these cars. Faith, come on now, faith of a mustard seed. It can move mountains. It can move mountains. That's why I'll be like, Father, I call on him in a heart. Look, I've been having conversations with my father, okay? I'm like, Lord, I really need you to guide me. Like, I don't care if you have to pick me up and put me right there. Like, I need your guidance. And he's giving me rest and peace, and I love it. I'm able to do laundry, not just, I can clean up my stuff. That's another thing too. Before I started with them, my closet, my room, everything was just neat. You know what I mean? Like everything was just put into play. And I realized, oh my gosh, Mona, you got things all over and I'm just like, mm-mm. Anytime, this is when you became a liability instead of an asset. You became a liability, trying to take my youth, my essence, trying to take my essence and trying to work me to death. That's how people have heart attacks and stuff. Sitting up here down in coffee and energy drinks. Also, I can finish this task, but they ought to be ashamed of themselves. But I ought to be ashamed for letting them do that. But in life, everybody learns. Everybody learns. It's so funny watching these kids and their parents because they look just like them, look like little mini me's. All right, the line look like it's moving. Yeah, so I'm going on faith. Like I'm not even, and I'm faith and action go together. And I'm gonna keep on moving, seek and find, knocking at doors. Like, you know, but what I'm not going to do, I ain't going back. I ain't going back. I don't even want to look in that direction. Let me see if I see my little Tina. Oh, look, I had to put the little sign up. It's amazing that these teachers can remember all these kids. I remember the school bus. Oh, she's up there. There she go. There go my little sweets. So yeah, I'm picking up my baby. There she go. Wait a minute, Tails. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Am I supposed to?
Hi, Symphony. Oh, there's Symphony. Have a good night, Symphony.
Hi, sweet. How was your day?
Oh, sorry, thank
No,
you.
no worry. Put your seatbelt on. You got your snacks? You threw away your snacks?
Yes,
So how was your
it was
day?
great.
It's good to see you.
See you too.
All right.
Okay.
Here's what thing. Where's your snacks at?
Maybe isn't it?
Huh?
Maybe for
Look in your book bag. So I just picked my baby up. Say hi, Symphony.
Hi,
No, say hi, everyone.
everyone.
All right, y'all. Let me go ahead and drop my. We on our way to boogie on down home. Did you have recess today?
Yes,
Was it outside or inside?
outside.
Oh my goodness, it's a little cool today. What you want to eat for dinner? You want some chicken nuggets?
Yes.
Okay. All right, mommy gonna make you some mashed potatoes. You can
Okay.
you can help me make it.
Okay.
Okay, you can help me make it. Did you have a good day?
Yes.
Okay, nobody messed with you, did they?
Yes.
Did you play with your friends?
Yes.
Oh, all right, sweet. What mommy do with your plug?
I don't know.
Hmm. How do you feel today?
Good.
You feel better?
Yes.
Good. What you eat for lunch? Huh?
Lunch.
And what else? Did you have two lunches today?
No, I have five of them. Because choose them.
So did grandma make you a lunch and then you had a lunch at school?
Yes.
So, so what you eat? It's okay. So what lunch did you eat, sweet? Did you have pizza today? Peanut butter jelly sandwich?
No.
Did you have noodles?
No.
What did you have? What did you eat?
Buns,
What type of buns?
peas.
So you had a bagel?
Yes.
But that was this morning for breakfast. What about for lunch? Okay, I'll go in your book bag and see. I may just go. She knows how to get her lunch from school. But you guys have a good afternoon. I'm gonna spend time with my baby. You gonna help me cut the grass?
Yes.
We're just gonna do some yard work. Anyway, y'all have a blessed night. Have a blessed day. Let's get on home.